what's up, guys? I know some of you like to cheat in the One Piece card game community, so let me show you exactly what you need to be doing to cheat correctly. I don't want you looking dumb as hell in front of everybody, because we just got an expose. Somebody just got exposed, because honestly, he did a great move. It's just that the lights and the cameras were set up in a way that you can see the shadows and everything moving around. So even though he's moving out of the camera's view, you can still see where his hand is. So if he just made a couple of small adjustments, it would have perfectly set him up to succeed. Absolutely amazingly throughout the whole tournament. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what not to do to cheat. And then I'm going to show you a setup where you could cheat. I'm not saying that the person that had that setup cheated. But if I was to be a cheater, which I'm not, and I wanted to win major tournaments, which I do, and I wanted to set myself up for success, this is the exact camera angle, the exact kind of lights I would add, and this is totally legal because the person I'm going to show you this setup for literally won May 6th Treasure Cup. Now, I'm not saying they cheated in any way at all. I have no evidence. I wouldn't even come up with like an argument or try to claim that they cheated in any way. All I'm saying here is if you were to cheat, this would be the perfect setup to do it. So let's move on, guys. I'll show you guys the exact expose, and then I'll show you how to set up your cameras to not cheat. Now, don't come here attacking me, tell me, oh my god, he's teaching me how to cheat. It's your prerogative. If you want to cheat, you cheat. If you don't, you don't. I'm trying to get my views up. I'm trying to get my money up. So I'm going to make content that's funny as hell. If you don't want to cheat, don't cheat. But if you do want to cheat, you want to watch this video. So let's go on. Here's the expose, guys. I'm going to show you exactly what happened. Very subtle. It literally was the shadows that caught him. It wasn't really anything he did. It looks like he's a very professional cheater. As you can see, this is a pretty developed game with the two white beards sideways. Huge game. Let's see what he does here. He has a Radical Beam and an Otama. Has two cards in hand. Look at how he's setting them up. Okay, so now the left card is on top of the right card, the way it's set up right now. If you haven't seen that, the left card is on top of the right card. Watch this. So the card on the left right now is above the card on the right. So the card to the utmost right is to the bottom of the card to the utmost left. Now let's see what happens. Now somehow the card to the left is on top of the card to the right. Can somebody explain to me how does that happen naturally? Is this a natural occurrence? Or does this person know magic? Or is there a ghost moving the cards? I don't know. All we know is that the shadows really gave him up, that he moved his card. He moved his hand all the way outside the screen, and then he moved it right back in. So really it was the kind of the shadows that showed how he moved the cards. The only reason we knew the cards moved was because the left card was on top of the right card right there. So I'm sure we're going to get another view here. This is how everybody would normally set up their cameras, right? This is how you would set up your camera regularly. Everything is seen. You can see all the cards. I'm going to show you guys right now a legal way to set up your camera where you don't even have to worry about this. Like nobody will ever be able to catch you. So look at the setup. These cards were perfectly set up. Something moves up into his hand. A card comes. Yeah, you can tell that there was a card in his hand going out. And that's why he touched the mouse to kind of get rid of that card. This guy is absolutely a magician. You can tell he has a little bit of sleight of hand. So if he had this setup set already, he would have already won this whole tournament. So let's go ahead and talk about the setup I'm talking about, guys. In a very recent video that I pushed, this is the video. Look at this setup. You literally can legally set up yourself like this and nobody can say anything to you. And play a full card game where half of the time we can't even see your cards. Look, compared to the opponent, look how the opponent's playing. Opponent's got every single... This is literally the finals of May 6th, okay? Look, every single card is shown. This guy, I don't even know where the hell his hand is. If he doesn't put it on the table, if he doesn't put his hand on the table, literally there is no hand. And you're going to see the hand disappears multiple times. So imagine if this guy, look how there's no shadows on top of him either. There's no shadows onto the table. Now, I'm not saying there was any cheating that happened here. I don't claim this whatsoever. This was a great game to shoutcast. I loved watching it, and I gained a lot of value from it. But my problem is, half of the game we did not see the guy's hand. Half of the game we did not see where the guy's hand was. You see how this hand just disappears? We don't know where it is. Imagine if this dude against 𝐒𝐿 had a better setup. Would that kind of sleight of hand magician work? My God, he would have been fine. Would that kind of magician work? He would have been. He might have won the whole tournament. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. My God, yep. If only we didn't see the shadows coming out. Besides that, that was absolutely perfect. Perfect sleight of hand. Guys, I do this for jokes, but let's be real. You need to set yourself up correctly. I mean, if we're going to be playing tournaments, I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to see these weird setups. And if you're going to be set up in a way that you can show me all your cards, try not to cheat. But if you're not set up in a way that you can show me all your cards, go for it. You're not going to get exposed. But make sure you guys are set up correctly. You know, this is all fun and games, but really, obviously, if you're smart enough, you really could cheat in these tournaments without anyone knowing. This is kind of the risk of webcam, but doesn't it feel so much better knowing that somebody cheated and you still beat their asses? That's what I'm talking about. That's why Yu-Gi-Oh is the king of games, because nobody could cheat against him. He still figures out a way using his blue genie that's on his back, or 𝐒𝐿𝐉. He figures out a way to pull it off. But kind of like this dude, I see a lot of semblance between Yugi and this dude, because Yugi used the power of magic, and this dude uses the power of magic as well with the sleight of hand to kind of. But Yugi uses real magic, where from the Pharaoh era, whereas this guy is just David Copperfielding it. But yeah, guys, very interested in your opinions, guys. Would you ever cheat? And if you ever did cheat, what do you think about this setup right here? Yeah, I literally couldn't see any cards. Like, you literally, I don't even know where his hand is. He's holding the Dawn, so I don't even know where his hand is. And this goes on like for half or 3/4 of this game. You can't even see his deck where it is. He could put any card he wants on top of the deck. Sometimes you see his hand, sometimes you don't. You know, if he doesn't put the hand on the table, you really are not gonna be able to see it. And then he just is gonna. It's weird setup. Absolutely do not. I'm not a fan of this. If I see you looking like this in the middle of a finals, I would complain to a judge or something. I would be like, hey, is there a way he could fix this camera? Because I could barely see anything. His hand, if he doesn't put it on the table, I can't see it. So how is he supposed to play? He's gonna play like that, like blackjack, kind of like Texas Hold'em, where they just pull up the top of the card and put it back on the table. I mean, come on, my brother. You need to try harder. And Johnny, I'm just messing. You know, it's all fun and games, but please get a better setup, man. You need a better setup. So people don't even try to make any claims against you. And besides that, guys, try not to cheat in the game and get caught. If you do cheat, that's awesome. Congratulations. Try not to do it again. Besides that, I really appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you add more views to my channel. Go ahead, click subscribe, click like. Go ahead, give me all the support, all the help, everything I need. Let's go, baby. We're going to make it to the top. I'm going to make all my money from y'all's asses. Let's go.